We are looking at the math spiral review number 18. This is block 1. Today is February 7th, Monday, and the spiral review is due on Friday. I believe that's February 11th.
Yep.
Go ahead and put your name on your spiral. Okay, on the left, it says write the symbol that makes the number sentence true. It says change 1/2 to an equivalent fraction with the same denominator. Okay, so what does my denominator need to be over here? I need the same denominator as I have over here. So what should my denominator be? Addie? 14. Thank you for raising your hand. So how do I find an equivalent fraction? To find an equivalent fraction, multiply or divide the numerator and denominator by the same number. So here, did they multiply 2 times something to get 14 or divide 2 times something to get 14? 2 divided by what gives me 14? No, it's multiply. 2 times 7. And then you have to multiply the numerator by the same number. Okay? Now, here on the bottom, find the sum, difference, product, and quotient for 38, 385, and 9. So here for the sum, you need to find the sum, then you need to find the difference, then the product, and then the quotient down here. Okay? Now here we have to solve for y, x, if x equals 4. So if I have 3x, and that x is 4, what is that telling me to do? What do I do with that 4? If my x is 4, what do I do with that 4 and 3x? Not add it 2 times. You do. Remember, we just talked about it when we were going over our study guide, that when we have that variable, that means 3 times x. Well, if my x equals 4, then that means 3 times 4 plus 7, and that will tell me what y is equal to. Okay, so that means 3 times 4. You could write that above it. Then add your 7 to get your y. Okay? All right, looking at this one, we should all know how to do this now. We've been practicing, so we need to find this unknown side. I'll give you this hint. Is it horizontal or vertical? Vertical. So remember that I need to highlight my other vertical sides. My 2 short vertical sides should add up to my long vertical side. Okay, then here I have another missing side. Is it horizontal or vertical? Horizontal. So I need to highlight my other horizontal sides. My 2 short horizontal sides should add up to my long horizontal side. Okay, how many sides are on this shape? 6. So when you add it, you need to be adding 6 different sides. Okay, don't forget to put the arrows if needed and the points labeled with letters. Draw a line RS perpendicular to line TU. Okay, should you use a ruler?
Yes.
Should you use your blue sheet so you can remember how to draw perpendicular lines?
Yes.
I like the way that Luke already has his blue sheet out. Hold it up, Luke. And it has an example of perpendicular lines on it. Okay, guys, we're following along still. 5 4th grade classes, from Center Grove Elementary will be taking a field trip to Sky Zone. It says in April, but it's really in February. The data for each class's enrollment is listed below. At Sky Zone, a maximum of 9 students are allowed on a trampoline apparatus at a time. What? That's not true, but that's for the problem. What is the least number of trampolines needed so all students are able to jump at the same time? This is going to require 2 steps. What are you going to do first? What do you have to figure out first? To figure out what? The total number of students. What do you have to do second? If 9 students can jump on a trampoline, what do you have to do second, Harper? Divide the number by 9. Divide your total by 9. Okay, and then if we have a leftover, what are we going to do with our quotient? Are we going to bump our quotient up? Are we going to drop the remainder? Or is the remainder going to be our answer? What are we going to do here? Bump it up, because if I have 14 remainder 2, that means I have 2 students that aren't jumping on a trampoline. And this says that all the students have to be able to jump. Yes?
Is it going to be a learning experience, or
We're going to just jump. And then later we're going to talk about how our jumping was catapulted by the trampoline. Yes?
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're not talking about the field trip. Raise your hand if you have a question about this or want a hint or freebie to start solving something. Okay, Avery. This one? Okay, so 2 times 7 is 14. 1 times 7 is 7. So now we're comparing 7/14 to 7/14. Equal. Okay, I'll do one more freebie. What's my other freebie? Trista. This one down here? Okay, so this is the same as saying 3 times 4 plus 7. So what is 3 times 4? 12 plus 7, and that equals what? So my y is equal to 19. Okay, you have 6 minutes before we switch.